What's your Thomas back with the retro reviews with our second to last Survivor Series review, 2004. It's been since June of this year. We talked about a WWE pay-per-view 20 years ago. And yeah, this was right after the SummerSlam. They did well. Before I talk about the event itself, they did well on the road to WrestleMania 20. But then afterwards, Brock Lesnar's gone, Goldberg's gone, Stone Cold ain't doing anything, Kane's out, kayfabe injuries, shooting See No Evil that won't come out until 2006 on May 19th. Shawn Michaels is out. It's just a gloomy time period. Randy Orton's a babyface that nobody wants. I mean, there is one shining light about it, and that's JBL's dirty title run. And what you followed up on, it's one of the worst Survivor Series main events ever. And I might as well talk about it for the 20th anniversary, which was last week, by the way. Regardless. November 14th, it was a Raw and SmackDown event, joint production, because it's a Big Four, at the Gunda Arena in Cleveland, Ohio. Regardless, let's talk about this pay-per-view. In total, there were 7 matches, and 4 championships were on the line. So yeah, let me. Yeah. Which we're going to begin Survivor Series 2004 for a fatal 4-way match for the Cruiserweight Championship. Spike Dudley defeats Billy Kidman, Chavo Guerrero, and Rey Mysterio to retain the Cruiserweight Championship. Now, the original Survivor Series elimination match, when I get to it, Rey was supposed to be on Eddie's team, but we'll talk about that in a moment. But anyways, it was actually a fun Cruiserweight Championship match. And yeah, Billy Kidman was the heel and Chavo was the face because of a shooting star press turn that was a little deadly, but whatever. Whatever. I gave it a 6.5 out of 10. It was a little too short though, but anyways. Next up is for the Intercontinental Championship. Shelton Benjamin defeats Christian to retain the Intercontinental Championship. This was an okay Intercontinental Championship match. I think their match 5 years later at TLC in the ladder match was better than this. And that was one of the last times the ECW title was defended on a WWE pay-per-view. Which I don't know how the fuck it didn't get cut until 2007, but whatever. Yeah, it was alright. It was just a Raw match on pay-per-view, but it does serve a purpose, but whatever. A 6.5 I'll give it. And then we get the 4-on-4 elimination match, the SmackDown elimination match. Team Guerrero of Eddie Guerrero, Big Show, John Cena, who lost his U.S. title after No Mercy to a debut in Carlito because he was taken out. You have to be taken off to do the first Marine movie. And Rob Van Dam. Now, Like I said before, Rey Mysterio was supposed to be in this match, but got replaced by John Cena. That's the second Survivor Series in a race that John Cena took someone's place. Last year, he took Farouk's spot in the Team Angle versus Team Lesnar match. Now here, he took Rey Mysterio's spot in this match. And they defeat Team Angle of Kurt Angle, Carlito, Luther Reigns, and Mark Jindrak. Although Carlito was not really much in the match because, spoiler alert, he was the first man eliminated by leaving the building. This all led to the following episode of SmackDown where Cena won back the U.S. title and introduced the Spinner U.S. title. Then Rob Van Dam was eliminated by Kurt Angle. And then Mark Jindrak was eliminated by Eddie Guerrero. And then Luther Reigns was eliminated by Big Show. And then it came down to Kurt Angle versus Eddie Guerrero, John Cena, and the Big Show. Angle decided, he says, screw this, I'm leaving. But then RVD says, I don't think so. And then John Cena fused Kurt Angle. And then Eddie Guerrero frog splash Kurt Angle. And then Big Show just slides in and gets the last eliminated to eliminate Kurt Angle last. So Big Show, Eddie Guerrero, and John Cena were the survivors. You know, pretty good Survivor Series elimination match. It was a good way to bring John Cena back for, what was it, a week? Or something like that, but yeah. Because in the story is, John Cena got stabbed in a nightclub or something like that by Carlito's bodyguard named Jesus. Who? Whatever. I get a 7 out of 10. It was a good match. I jumped the gun. There was a backstage segment with Heidenreich and Gene Snitsky. And yeah. Snitsky says, I like your poem. And then Heidenreich says, I like what you do to babies, which the whole King, Lita, Edge, Matt Hardy thing with Snitsky in it. I might do that one next after the Nexus one. In the dumpster fires, that is. Oh, fuck. Also, Snitsky attacks Maven for the main event match. Oh, God, help me. Anyways, next up, The Undertaker defeats Heidenreich. Why the fuck was Paul Heyman managing Heidenreich? This might be worse than him managing fucking Ryback in 2013. Yes, the fucking Goldberg ripoff. Because at No Mercy, Heidenreich cost The Undertaker the last Ride match against JBL for the WWE Championship. And who the fuck was the man to make the almost 16 fucking minutes? Seriously, I mean, this was not the longest one, but at least Undertaker won this feud. He beat Heidenreich in 2 pay-per-views in a row. This one and Royal Rumble in the casket match. I won't tell you what the Rumble reviews will be, but Rumble 05 will be one of them. But seriously, what the fuck, man? I give it a 2 because at least Taker tried to make this watchable, but it's one of Taker's worst matches he ever had. Anyways. Just... And you think the future's been done here, but nope. At Armageddon, Heidenreich caused Undertaker to change him again in the Fatal 4-Way, and that led to the casket match at the Rumble. Why? The other reason is Paul Heyman, when Undertaker goes for the pin, he was like, fuck this, he's locked in. That was like the funniest part ever. He was like, doing this, he's like, fuck this, I'm leaving. Funny. Next up is for the Women's Championship. This was not much of a match, really. Trish Stratus defeats Lita by disqualification. It this wasn't much of a match. I mean, this was mostly a story plot device to continue the feud between Trish and Leah that led to the match on Raw, and also this was all the match. Leah just beat the fuck out of Trish, and this legitimately broke Trish's nose. That's not the first time this happened. This is actually the first or two times this happened to Trish. Last year, ring a bell. Yeah, this led to Leah win the women's championship on Raw in December, and this led to that match at New Year's Revolution where Leah injured herself, and the plan was to do Trish and Leah at WrestleMania, but that didn't happen. So I can't rank this. There's that. The semi-main event match for the WWE Championship, and this was the best match on the night. JBL defeats Booker T to retain the WWE Championship, and there was a stipulation in this match. Had JBL lost, he would leave wrestling forever. When will that ever really happen? Although something real happened, but I'm not going there. But seriously, this is the best match tonight, and honestly, this should have been the main event. But yeah, this was the best match on the night. I mean, Booker T went from Raw, went to SmackDown after, Triple H allegedly was drafted to SmackDown, but then in reality, nobody believed that Triple H was ever going to SmackDown in 2004. There's also, Booker T did feud with Undertaker, and then he feud with John Cena, which that was good. The John Cena program was, that best of 7 series or best of 5, whatever it was. I think it was best of 5, yeah. And then Booker T turned babyface and had this match with JBL. It was a good match. Orlando Jordan got involved during this match, and there was a ref bump with Nick Patrick, got the Patrick flop, as Brian Singh would say, and then fucking Josh Matthews, for some reason, got involved, and JBL booted the fuck at him, which was hilarious. But you know the result. JBL wins, he retains. This title run will last until WrestleMania 21 when he lost it to John Cena. And we all know. 8 out of 10. It was, honestly, it was actually the best match on the night. You followed up with main event. The main event. 6 matches now. 1 more match to go. Is the Raw 4-on-4 Survivor Series elimination match. And if whoever's team won, each member will be in charge of Raw for 4 weeks because Eric Bischoff was going on vacation after this pay-per-view. And I'm telling this right now, you follow up the best Survivor Series match with Team Austin versus Team Bischoff with this. Team Orton of Randy Orton, Chris Benoit, and Maven. Yes, Maven a fucking pay-per-view in 2004. Defeats Team Triple H of Triple H, Batista, Edge, and Snitsky. Like, what? And by the way, this was during Babyface Orton. I always keep saying this, Randy Orton's way better as a heel. But there was one part of the build-up where Triple H left the locker room area, and Batista was looking at the big gold belt, and that was a tease of it was a tease of Batista becoming the next World Heavyweight Champion. But first of all, what the fuck with Orton's tights were? Those things were fucking hideous. And the order of eliminations, the first man out was Chris Benoit. Like, seriously? He's the first man out? You should just eliminate Maven first if you don't do that backstage assault by Edge. And then the first man out was Batista. Which, you had Snitsky, he should have been the first man out of this match. Then Maven comes back from that backstage assault. He goes on offense on most of the team, and then Snitsky grabs the chair and smash Maven, which Snitsky should have been the first one out, not Batista. But because you're building Batista up to face Triple H. And then Triple H pick up the slacks and eliminates Maven, and again, it should have been him be the first man eliminated, not Benoit, but then Chris Jericho was eliminated by Edge, and then Edge was eliminated by Randy Orton. It came down to the two captains of Randy Orton and Triple H, and Triple H was the last man out. He was pinned by Randy Orton last, and he was the sole survivor. This match sucked. It's a 0. I'm sorry. This is the worst Survivor Series main event ever. Bad. Bad. And the 6, other than Snitsky and Maven, the 6 others like Orton, Benoit, Jericho, Triple H, Edge, and Batista will be in the Elimination Chamber match at New Year's Revolution, which I did that earlier this year. The remaster on this channel, that is. But, and that was Survivor Series 2004. It was better than SummerSlam. Significantly better than Unforgiven, the Great American Bash. However, Survivor Series was just a weak pay-per-view. So yeah, I overall give this a 6.5 out of 10. Yeah, we have one more Survivor Series to go. Fast forward 2 years later to 2006. And it's Survivor Series 2006, where the Tribe ran Survivor Series. And you have one of the best Survivor Series teams ever. You have one of the culminations of Batista and King Booker, you know, and much more. But we'll talk about this one next week. SmackDown will be tomorrow. Saturday will be Paul Blart Small Cop 2. And then Sunday will be the Insurgents pay-per-view. And we'll move on from there. Like this video, comment below, subscribe to this channel here, click the notification bell. So you'll see next week's review of Survivor Series 2006, the last Survivor Series review. And also my main channel also, so you'll see those. Bye-bye.